I'm ready. This, in my hand I have the JPX Hot Metal and the JPX Hot Metal High Launch. So what we're doing is we wanted to try them out beside each other on the Trackman so that we can see what are the figures like. What does one do, what does the other do, okay? And we're gonna give it a go. First I'm gonna try the standard Hot Metal, because we did this about 5 minutes ago and I did the whole thing with the wrong club in my hand. So anyway, because I'm an idiot. So we're gonna start with the Hot Metal, the standard Hot Metal, and then we're gonna switch to the High Launch, okay? Which is the JPX 923 HMHL, okay? Just in case you didn't know. All right, folks. All these things between, there's so many, you can nearly be going through the alphabet with all these clubs at the moment. So this, I'm just going to double check, is the Hot Metal, the standard one. So they're all 7 irons, but exactly the same shaft. Not bad for the first one. So here's the thing. We've changed as well, folks. We've changed the settings to yards to make me feel better. No, because we've a lot of people who watch these from the US and from the UK and Ireland. That was okay as well. Not as good. It was a little bit, but look at that. Now there's a little bit too much in that one. Club head speed 77 miles an hour. Ball speed 110. Smash factor 1.43. Carry distance and total distance a little bit too far. Just a little bit. You kind of want it, you want to try and get it within 10, I think. But then again, if you were, it's the winter time, and if you go out and if you can carry a 7 iron 160 yards, you know you're in business, folks. You know you're in business. It feels great. It doesn't feel like a high handicapper's or a kind of a high handicapper's. That was hit. That was, holy Jesus Christ. That was far. My goodness. The thing with me is that my smash factor is quite high. That's savage. That's savage. Spin rate is a little bit low, but when you hit the ball that far, it's a bit crazy. I know these figures, yeah, look a bit mad, but that's just hitting it too far. That was kind of standard. My God, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna hit one more because this is nuts. This is kind of nuts. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That's high, 77 miles an hour, smash factor 1.46. My smash factor in general is very high. That spin rate is lovely. For me, if I see it around if I see it around the 5,000 mark, I'm really happy. They feel tremendous, folks, and it goes a long way. Now, they are stronger lofted. This is a 7 iron, it's 28.5 degrees. It's quite stronger lofted. This is the 7 iron, and this is 31 degrees. So it's going to be interesting to see where we go. I think if we get it, so let's see where we go with this. I'm going to say nothing. Same club, exactly the same shaft, same recoil shaft. Wow, that wasn't bad either. Yeah, you know what? That's amazing. For me, I hit the ball low and hard. But that goes up, huh? Oh my God, that was hit. That was hit. That's amazing. 76 miles an hour, carry distance 158. So total distance 168, which I have to say, for somebody who hits the ball low, right? A lot of people, they hit the ball high. I hit the ball low. I like this because it gets the ball launching, which is excellent. Spin rate is grand. Now we're going to attack. There we go. See how this one is. Look at that, 169, 159. I really like the feel of this. I think the real distance with this is, for me, is that it's probably not going to hit it as far, but I think this is more consistent. This is going to be more consistent for a lot of people. Now I'm going to see if I can nail one. 108, let's see, look at that. That's beautiful. You see, it isn't just about far. It's about consistency, and it's about launching the ball up in the air. Like, my swing speed isn't crazy high. This is the recoil F3 shaft, the 460 F3. My swing speed is not crazy high, but that was lovely. That was beautiful. That was one of the best ones that I hit today. Comparing both of them, the hot metal hits the ball. There's a really good click off it. It hits the ball far. It does what it says on the tin. It's more lofted. Okay, so it's a 28.5 degree 7-iron. The HL is 31 degrees, so there's 2.5 degrees in the over half a club in the loft in them. If I'm being brutally honest, I prefer the HL. The reason being, I hit the ball low. I like to get the ball up in the air. Like, if somebody said to me, you can hit, do you know what I mean? To carry a 7-iron 155 yards, carry it 155 yards, it's amazing. That's really nice. So it does hit the ball higher than the normal hot metal. The hot metal is strong. It's strong. It hits the ball lower. It's more penetration, but it also gets the ball up in the air. It's not that it's low. It's not low. It's just that the HL is higher. I really like the HL. I think it's fabulous. And for some people, they'll really like the hot metal. And the beauty of it is that there is a difference. It's not like a case that one kind of says HL and there's no real distance between them. There is. The hot metal does hit it a little bit further, okay? But the high launch also hits it far as well. It's not like it's 20 meters further or 10 meters further. It's quite minimal. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's interesting. It's something for people to go out. Now you have something. If you want a bit of height, always remember as well, for a lot of people, I hit low and low spin. So for me to see the ball shooting up in the air, it's amazing. I love that, because on that last one, my spin rate was 5,354. Normally my spin rate is in the kind of between 4,700 and 5,000, and anything above that, it means that I'm actually getting the ball up high, which I love. So it depends on the golfer that you are. Think about all the different things when you're thinking about trying clubs, but definitely give them a go, because they're both beautiful. There's a good click off them. They're both, they hit the ball plenty far enough. Just find out which one suits you. So now we're back. We've just kind of done. We've just done a comparison between the hot metal JPX 923 hot metal and the hot metal high launch. But now what we're going to do, because this is something completely different, this is the hot metal pro from the JPX 923. So now we're going to hit this a couple of slaps and see how we get on, because I have to say, I do like this as well. Look at that. My goodness. First ball up. So this It's a different kettle of fish, as they say. So this is basically, the head is a little bit smaller, it's got a little bit more less offset. It's exactly the same loft actually as the hot metal, as the HM 28.5 degrees. Wow. Wow. That is gorgeous. So it feels a little bit different. And that was just tasty. Funny, isn't it? It just feels, I don't know what it is, maybe it's because the head is a little bit smaller or whatever, but it just feels a bit stronger. It just feels like there's more penetration. It's gonna tick an awful lot of boxes for a lot of people because you can work the ball a bit more. You can do a little bit more. Holy shit. That is chowabunga. That is deadly. Like, that's hit 78 miles an hour. The spin is kind of low, but I'm a low spinny kind of a guy anyway. I think if I was using, these are the Pro V1s that are in this. If I was using my own balls, that would be up a bit. It looks quite sleek. It looks like a player's iron. Do you know what I mean? It's not lumpy. Do you know what I mean? Because the bigger, the easier the club, the bigger the head, the more forgiving it is. This has got a smaller head, but it's not too small. It's not too big. It looks very nice behind the ball. You feel like you can knock the living shite out of it, that you can knock the hell out of it. Now that was tasty, that was good, that is perfect, wow. In my own head, maybe it's because this feels more like a player's iron. It's strong, it looks good, the figures are great, do you know what I mean? The figures are great. They're three completely, what I really like is that you've got three clubs within a family that do three different things and are for three different people. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's great. And so then it's not just like, oh, you can pick whichever one you pick, it's kind of the same. Do you know what I mean? But this does make a difference. Listen, if you're a guy and you want to get better, you're committed. So you've got the winter ahead of you and say, I want to become a single handicapper. This could be a great option for you because the better you get, the better it gets. It's the same with the others as well. The better you get, the better they get. But maybe because I'm a little bit better golfer, not always a better golfer, but sometimes a bit better golfer, I have a tendency to prefer this one because it just looks very solid behind the ball. It hits the ball solid. Plus you can work the ball a bit more, which is always helpful if you need to. But it's a great family. They're great clubs. They're very, yeah, they're the same as the 921s. They're the same as the 919s. Only each time they've changed, they've become a little bit different, but they've actually become better. I'm really impressed. Check them out, folks. Now is the time. If you want something, now is the time. It's winter time. Go out and try stuff. If there's something new out, give it a go, because if you want to get something for next season, it's better to get it in the winter, practice, and then you hit the ground flying. If you decide to buy clubs I know a lot of clubs don't come out until February, March. If you get an opportunity, if you're a Mizuno guy, because an awful lot of people, they only play with Mizuno, okay? Now is the time. Go out and try it, see what you think, but you won't be disappointed. Take care, folks.